to a little Facebook Live. We figured we would go live because we were just unmasked, the Masked Singer, and it seemed like we should tell you all.
Somebody's on Facebook and they have no idea what's going on. They're like, Mass, what? I don't know. I don't watch television. What is this thing? So over the last couple of months, I guess officially, there's been all kinds of chatter about this show that has become really popular and really fun called The Masked Singer. If you guys have been watching it, like millions of people, then immediately when the show started this season, people were guessing, and honestly, we were sort of surprised just how quickly you guys out there were going, it's Hanson. So
now, granted, we probably shouldn't have been surprised that. I mean, so many of you guys have been with us from the get-go and know all the juicy details of musical thises and that. So I guess we shouldn't have been surprised, but I was still a little surprised.
We want to thank you guys for all of there was a lot of positive, vibes about the band, about the kind of comments on if this is Hanson, giving a lot of props and sending a lot of love our way. So thank you guys. It was a great show. It was a great time being on the show. We can finally now actually talk about it. So we're excited to give you guys little nuggets of the experience, and we see lots of people comments. We were sad to go because it was a fun show. It was really a great experience. We got a chance to sing some songs we might never have performed.
And we had a couple more songs that we really
particularly
singing something a cappella, singing maybe a Boyz II Men song was on the list of to-dos. We had hoped we would get there. Of course, in one sense, we're really glad we didn't have to do our version of a Boyz II Men song that could be put right up against Boyz II Men.
Because, well, on one hand, we're huge fans, and on another hand, we're like, we're not worthy. So,
It was a great time. Masked Singer is really, it's a cool, if you guys haven't seen it, if you're not, I keep thinking of the branded person like myself that might not have been watching the show. And I'm like on with my band. I'm like
30 million.
I'm like,
viewers
who is this thing?
crazy.
Okay. So it was a great time. And we're going to try and just grab a couple of questions. We see people making comments. Thank you for the props. Yes, we were robbed. No,
I think it was rigged. I think they don't want
they
three
could
people
never
up
have,
against one.
It's just unfair.
No, it's not that. It's they've only got one trophy. That's all it is.
That's what it is.
They made one trophy because of COVID. They couldn't make more trophies. They couldn't give it to their group. So, because the trophies are actually made somewhere in China, and there's a shipping container shortage. I don't know if you guys know about this. It's the price of lumber is so high, and all of the trophies are made of wood, a rare kind of balsa wood that's only found in parts of Eastern Latin Asia, America.
You should stop talking.
That's our theory, and we're sticking to it.
Latin America, somewhere.
Yes.
So yeah, if you guys want to throw, for Hansonet members and fan club members, I'm sure we'll be chatting. We'll be, getting your guys' thoughts on the fan club website.
Well, next week we'll be doing Hanson Day streams, and there'll be, I'm sure,
you guys,
a lot of questions from Hansonet members.
It's going to be a super full week, and of course, yes, we knew this was going to happen. Yes, we were excited to share music, knowing as well that we're going to have some really fun things to tell you guys after this experience. So I'm excited that we get to kind of finally drop a ton of things that are related to music.
Speaking of dropping some things, there's a new single up.
Yes, there is a brand new single that dropped today from our new album, Against the World. It's called Anna Lee, if you don't know. And you can see the video on YouTube. You can find the song on streaming services. And what we're doing with this album is releasing one song at a time. So every month, the first Friday of every month, except for this Friday, this month, we're releasing a new song. So the song right now is called Anna Lee. Next month will be a song called Don't Ever Change, and we'll keep going through November.
What are the songs after that?
Oh, there's so many songs. Yes. But the thing about this year, too, is we're really still thinking about building into a world tour that'll start hopefully early next year. And we have streaming shows planned for July, August, September, October. So if you're in Oklahoma or around here or can make it here, you can buy in-person tickets. It's limited capacity because of the health and safety standards. But as those change, there may be more tickets available. And then you can watch it online. So there's streaming tickets. You can check them out and join us for shows. We'll be playing. We're doing themes on the show. So There's going to be a show where we play, a lot of our favorite songs from Middle of Nowhere, songs from This Time Around.
Well,
working through all the albums.
Part of the inspiration of that with these live streams coming up throughout this year is we're working towards a complete record, for this album being completely done by the sort of end of the year. And so with that in mind, we thought, well, it'd be cool to work our way back through the different albums each month. And finally, by the end of, this, as we get to the end of the fall, the 7 songs will be released. You'll have the entire record. You'll be able to put it up alongside those other albums. And then we'll be, thinking about as well what comes next year. So that'll be exciting.
I should say it's not like the Joshua Tree tour where we're like going to play every album in its entirety the way it was arranged on the, it's more like we're going to play a set that is built around that album. And so it may include some B-sides. It may
include some covers from that era of touring.
It probably won't include every single song from every album, but it will be kind of the heart and soul of those records.
Exactly.
And maybe even, did you just say that covers that we were playing around the time?
Yeah, exactly.
So if we were touring at that time, maybe we'll play some of the covers.
We're still playing with some of those details.
So earlier today, I saw some comments from people in our community that they were guessing. They're like, they're releasing music to try and soften the blow that they know that people are going to be bummed that you're going to be not going to be on Masked Singer. We just want you guys to know that yes, we did that.
Yes.
We are.
We're not trying to soften the blow so much as just as make sure that we've got fun things to talk about that we couldn't talk about until the show was over.
Well, if you're a fan of Hanson, you've probably been talking about The Masked Singer for the last couple weeks or a couple months.
And you notice we've been especially quiet.
Now you can't.
Exactly.
And no, we will not be doing an entire tour in spandex. That's not happening.
Yes.
Especially red spandex.
Yes. It was. There was a lot of chafing involved there.
Yes. Okay. Here's a question: would you consider releasing an EP of the cover songs you did on The Masked Singer?
Actually, we talked about that while making the show. Would you guys like to see that, hear that? That's one of the big questions you can
answer.
There were several
if they're
songs.
All like, no. I'll actually be surprised.
There were several songs on there that would very much have been in our bucket list of songs to perform, already.
Man in the Mirror.
Man in the Mirror being the top one for sure.
Yeah.
And then, I'm Still Standing was a great one. But some of the modern tracks were just really, really fun to do. And honestly, would be cool to do an actual proper version.
It'd be nice to learn the second halves of all the songs.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the 1 minute. We only do ringtone versions of these songs.
That's one thing. I'm sure people mostly understand that, but you really only work up 90 seconds of the song. Sometimes it's a little more, sometimes it's a little less, depending on
tempo
and things, and sort of where that 90 seconds falls. But it's essentially a minute and a half every song. So you usually don't even learn like the
second verse,
or if there's the third verse, definitely not. Sometimes even the second verse, because you get 2 choruses and 1 verse, something like that.
Yeah.
So it is kind of funny. It's like, man, you want to? Can you sing Wonder? It's like, yeah, but I can only sing the first verse and the chorus.
It's definitely it was an experience that was unlike anything we've ever done. And huge props to the show. This is for other artists and performers. It was a show where there was a lot of feedback from the very beginning. We worked through the songs. We selected songs that we were excited to try and songs that we wanted to sing. And so
one of the trickiest things was actually that some of our favorite songs, not surprisingly, some of the songs that we wouldn't normally maybe cover, or if we were in a TV show situation like this, that we would want to perform, unfortunately, because we were in masks, we couldn't perform the ones that we have performed in previous years on previous tours, etc.
Also,
because they didn't want the connection of
that's you singing the same song I've already heard you sing.
Exactly.
We knew you guys would guess even more.
Yes,
basically.
I was going to say some artists really don't approve their songs to be used in things like shows like The Masked Singer or covers on TV. So there are also some artists who are like, we can't do any of these, any Bee Gees songs. So yuck.
Bummer.
Yeah, I saw a comment. Was the panel given any information or clues about who it was? Now we have our own guesses.
Yes.
We've been told officially, and that no, they did not. We're like, those are really good guesses.
Yeah, I'm like,
I don't know about that, but no, the panel does not know. They do not know who's in it, and in fact, we had we didn't know. We didn't. You don't really know anything about who else is on because you're very much you're in your bubble and you're there. You're there hiding away and waiting to perform.
While you're doing the show, you don't see who the other performers are. You don't hear the other performers' performances.
Yeah.
And
every now and then we heard some like bits and pieces from a distance of rehearsals and things.
They you don't even actually see the unmasking of the people who were on stage with you. They shuffle you off very quickly. So it's a big mystery. We don't know who's still on the show.
We're still pissed that we didn't get to hang out with Danny Trejo.
Yeah.
That's actually
because we were actually
that's the takeaway.
Eating Trejo's tacos.
Yeah, we're eating his tacos. We're like, wait, you were just come on. That would have been a great hang right there. So we're throwing it out there that Danny, we're gonna hang out in the future.
Exactly.
We're gonna be eating tacos together.
Okay, let's see.
Someone else is like, what are they talking about? He has a taco shop, guys.
Somebody's saying that they asked in one of our podcasts if we would do the Masked Singer. And I think it was saying, did you know at that point that you were going to do it?
Should we reveal that? Because I feel like then they'll know our lying tell.
Yeah, well...
Wait, I just told you.
Wait, set him up! You're a bad liar!
Yes, we did know for quite a long time that we were doing the show. And it was difficult to keep... fans from knowing because it was in the books and kind of like they go, man, you should do the Masked Singer, and you go, what's like, the Masked Singer?
We don't know what that is. Is that all of us? We're all Masked Singers. It's 2020. That's what we said for a while.
That's funny, actually.
How crowded was the doll with all three of us in there? Very crowded.
Too crowded.
Yes.
Way too crowded.
Yeah.
They say three's a crowd, two's a crowd.
Two's a crowd.
Yeah.
If you're inside of a styrofoam doll, one's a crowd, actually.
Exactly. Because you want to get out of that styrofoam doll as quickly as possible.
Yes. What is that? It's some sort of foam. So
foam rubber or something.
It's made of like floor mats, basically. Whatever you would make your cosplay armor out of, that's the same thing that the Russian dolls.
We do want you guys to know that we now do have a fallback career. We can actually do parades at any theme park.
Yes.
We have the parade character moves down.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got the experience. We can also impersonate an avocado.
So we are actually returning to Disney World, but not as Hanson.
No,
we will be walking the parade
as Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Yes, or the eggplants.
Exactly.
Eggplant performers.
Somebody said, which I do kind of agree with. Somebody said that the Russian doll's costume was kind of like being a minion from
Despicable Me. It is sort of minion-like.
Minion-esque. It was fun. It was fun.
Minion-esque, is that a word?
Let's see. Look at these.
Someone said, "What happened to the kid who played the drums?" And 30 years happened.
30 years happened.
Is that you?
I guess.
I guess they could.
I don't know. What happened to the kid asking the questions?
Yeah. Who was the first to say before you can shut up?
You don't like that question anymore once you read it?
No, I was just like, I'm not sure I'm following it.
Slow it down, folks. What song was your favorite to perform? Anybody favorites? I mean, it's hard to beat Michael Jackson.
I would say we were really excited that could be the start of the show because it's such a definitive and it's like, wow, has this song not been done? This is such an iconic song. But there were some surprises. 24 Karat Magic was turned out really fun.
Yeah,
songs like Shallow were really great to do because they really were so much about vocals, just really simple. And and
I think we were able to kind of give our own kind of spin on it to some degree. I think it's also that was one of the most organic songs that we performed, and so I think in some sense that probably played a little bit toward a positive comfort level of really feeling like we could sell it.
We want to talk to Jason Derulo about his keys. Yeah, keys that he records. Sing songs, and they're very.
I don't know how you got up there.
He's got some secret sauce that allows him to.
It's called Melodyne.
Oh yes. So I saw a question that said, "Did you know that we knew from the very beginning?"
Wait, did we know that you knew?
Yes, we did.
We knew that you knew that we knew you knew.
It was funny because they used one of our performances, the Shallow performance, as the first. It was the first
Like a
teaser that I
tease,
saw
yeah.
for this season,
Yeah.
and like immediately, Faye's were like, "Oh my gosh, Hanson's on the show!" And we're like,
wait, did someone tell them? Wait, is it official? And we're like, what are you talking about? We do not know.
yeah.
What is this you speak of?
It was.
We started referring to it as the show that shall not be named.
Yes. Yes. Well, there were some other names we used for it, but they're
We-
secret.
Yeah, you start getting a series of messages from people you haven't talked to in like 5 years that they just send a wink.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, that's weird.
That's
Yeah,
Stop.
I
winking.
know
we
what
know
you
what you. Yeah,
did.
we know.
Yeah.
You know, no.
Somebody
Wait, what?
asked, "What were your other songs?" We're not supposed to talk about what other songs that we might do because I think partly once a song is cleared, they hope to maybe use it for a different artist if you're not on the show. So we don't want to give anything away, but we did want to do a Boyz II Men song. That was definitely on the list.
Mhm.
And we know
We
they're planning
really-
to do that. They should have won series.
Yeah.
So they bring us back now.
Yeah, it's great.
But I mean, there were a lot of different options. I mean, there was a lot of throwback songs. You know, there was Queen songs that songs like that we talked about. I mean, that would be amazing. Or
I mean, Bee Gees stuff definitely was high on the list, but again, couldn't
Those are hard.
get
hard
approval
to get
for
them.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah, we were trying to see if we could figure some brother thing out. Like, hey Barry,
yeah.
it's us, the
Is
brothers.
Batman? Is Batman
It's
called?
me, Batman.
I think he'd approve it if Batman
Batman
showed up.
exactly.
Yeah, just
Hey,
saying.
We want to do the song. Okay.
Okay.
So we're running out of steam. We probably should jump before we say things that we'll regret. But we're
That's
looking at
too late
questions and yeah, exactly.
But it would be a real kicker if you guys had done a Jonas Brothers song. That's true, but we didn't want to take an artist like that off the list.
that would have
because,
immediately been like, okay, it's not
like
the Jonas
this
Brothers.
is one of the artists that people are going to go three brothers, and there's just not that many Three Brothers bands. So
No, well, and also
Well, that's why they had to guess people with sisters.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
you know, we're just
lucky
gonna leave
us.
it at that.
Do I really sound like a girl? Guys, be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can sing higher than many women, which is
Uh,
impressive.
We read the songs for the best singers and album. We'll think about it. They said they hope we get more fansons from the show. That
That
would
would
be
be a
cool.
hope.
It's
That would be
definitely, we knew that going in that you have a whole different audience of people that even if they know something about you, they're probably not your fans because it's such a big show.
It just people of all walks just catching this, very, everybody kind of show that everybody can come.
Well, and
and
also even folks that have maybe bought a record or two
Right.
over the years, but maybe haven't checked out the latest record or something to that effect. You never know.
How did we hold back laughing at some of the crazy guesses? We didn't. That's one of the great things about being in such a big costume.
Yeah, you just laugh and then everybody's like, "Oh, that's cute. They're bouncing."
Right. And
All of our hula hoop skills really came in handy, where you hold your hands out. And,
let's see.
I'm sorry. It's so.
Were you
far away,
guys
I can't tell you.
expecting to leave now? You just don't know. I think we felt like we would make it through the first episode or two because it seems like in the show they usually put on at the early part. There's people who aren't singers
Yeah.
that are more there for the fun of the
Of the-
unmasking.
Yeah, exactly.
And so you kind of felt like, okay, we know we're going to get through one episode just because we're a band and we'll probably do okay. But it's also
after that, it was just a mystery. It was like,
Right.
well, every episode, like, hey, all right, one more down.
well, you have to remember we're singers, but we're musicians, and so the way we think about singing isn't just only vocals. It's what am I playing while I'm singing? Where's the whole? Where's the harmony part that goes with the chorus?
Because a huge part of the time when we cover a song, it has as much or more to do with the playing aspect of the
Right,
song
right.
than it has to do with the
the
singing.
way the
aspect.
drums feel or the
Yeah.
organ part,
Yeah, exactly.
So that really changed it, and I know for me, I always thought it's going to be hard to win this because there are going to be some people on here who are just singers. That's what they do. They go in, and those
They
are the
just-
type of voices and the type of technique, the skills that they've developed are the kind, and one-on-one singing. That is
Well,
what
and
they
our
do.
version of that would be harmony. Because
Yeah.
we spent all those years doing.
And
That
you
together.
guys, I mean, those of you that were watching throughout the season saw. I mean, we made a call pretty early on, like, hey, what can we do that will really differentiate us from others? And obviously, being a group, having multiple voices, we try to lean into those strengths. So doing more harmony, trading off, really mixing it up. I don't think any song was the same as far as who was singing lead where, or even what dolls people were in. I mean, every single song was changing it up. So it was trying to keep it so that we wouldn't even guess who was. By the end of it, we're like, who are the dolls?
I mean, I wasn't even sure what doll I was in.
Yeah, it's like, well, I will be fair. Somebody asked that was going back to just singing. Did it remind you of the early days when we just started off? We would sing just a cappella. That was
Nicole made that reference to the album Boomerang, and during that period, at the very beginning, in like what 93 or 94, we were playing instruments, but only just had really barely.
That's where
started.
I'm like, guys, I know officially what the line is, but there's no way you knew we had an album called Boomerang. I'm sorry.
Somebody told you.
Yeah.
Just saying. There's a leak at the
unless there's a secret. She's secretly like in the forums and all this time.
It's possible.
Nicole was actually very.
She might be secretly a Tay fan. You never know.
You know what? She can sing her booty off.
Yes, which would be weird.
Yes,
if it actually came off. Yes, but what I was gonna say was it is similar to those days of just singing a cappella, but because you're all three inside an amorphous orb, you hear your own voice back a lot, and it does make it hard to figure out how to blend together. That was something that we struggled with the whole show, and they do a great job in the post-production. The mixers are great. The musicians are great that put the tracks together.
Shout out to Miguel, by the way. Miguel, the music director guy, running all that, running his whole team through
Marina,
the paces.
The designer of the costume, she's amazing.
She was fantastic.
But this is where we need to pitch our new show proposal.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. This is the Masked. So we've seen a Masked Singer. You don't know who it is. How about a Masked Singer episode to take it to a new level? You have to sing with someone else that's also masked, and you don't know who they are. You have to rehearse in masks, and therefore you go through the entire thing, and by the end of it, the reveal is, wait, you were singing the mask? Okay.
Right. The masked duet singer.
Masked duet
just
singer.
duets. Okay?
Hey,
and then
I'll volunteer myself.
Yeah, there may be,
sounds fun.
If you could really take that further, like the drummer doesn't know who the bass player is, and then by the end of it, it'll be the masked,
the hidden band.
You guys know the word I'm looking for.
Storm.
Yeah, it'll be a storm.
The storm of something.
It would honestly be pretty wild to take it to another level. And like, okay, what would happen if you had to sing with someone without having any of that communication? All you could do is sing, right? All you could do is listen. Just putting it out there, people.
This is a terrible idea. That's why it'd be so successful.
Come on. Some of it would be really painful.
Lots of Brazilian flags. Okay. Which one of you decided to improve? Approve feeding the dolls corn dogs. So this was a funny thing. Yes, we're holding.
We're always okay with corn dogs.
Yes, we love corn dogs. The microphone. They wanted us to all have a microphone of some sort because they wanted to have a sense of, for the viewer, when the microphone was at the mouth, that's the person singing. Right, exactly. And so we didn't have elbows. We only had wrists, so they had to give us something long enough to get to the mouth of the doll. But it was a funny thing because we sing so much together. You know, even when it seems like one brother is taking the lead alone, there's oftentimes somebody singing, just ghosting that part.
There was a lot of doubling that we did. There was a lot of unison kind of.
So the producers would be like, "Which one of you is singing?" We're like, "All of us." They're like, "Okay, but put the mic up when one of you is singing." We're like, "But we're all singing the whole time."
It's called harmony.
It was. I mean, it's
a unique challenge.
They're trying to show the narrative of the song, right? Yeah. Who's performing? Who's got the lead? But you can't. Being in a doll, you can't make the facial expressions or quite the motions to really be like.
I do want to take this moment to just point something out and to just put this out for you guys to know ahead of time. It is not okay to just see us and refer to us as "Hey, dolls." That's not allowed.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, you can do it, but we won't respond to it. Yeah, so somebody's be like, "Hey, dolls, what's up, dolls?" Be like, "Who are we talking to?" I don't.
Yeah,
because that lives in a domain that is forever enshrined on Fox.
Did we bump into each other at all on stage?
Yes, we did.
The short answer is yes. The long answer is several times. And the even slightly longer answer is yes, we frightened
The children.
the staff of the show.
Oh, you got
I
it.
would say each of us did it at least once, where someone almost fell off of something. Field of view is not
Very restricted.
Yeah, it's very restricted.
Let's take 2 more questions real quick, and then we'll.
And someone says shallow, beautiful.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Yeah, we're
That
very
was fun.
shallow.
I'm glad we know that's a song because we'd be like, really, guys?
Let's see. Someone said, good question. Would like to know as well. But I didn't see the question beforehand.
That was a good question. It was a super good question. I'm gonna think about that question. I'll get back to you guys.
Someone has said that makes sense. That's why the camera was often on the wrong doll. We're not saying anything. We're not saying it. We played.
I love the fact that they were commenting about that because obviously they know what voice is what and things of that nature, which is fun.
Taylor, is your "Don't Talk to Me" hoodie for sale?
You know,
should it be?
we should honestly. I should put that up there and raise money for a good cause.
That would
if
be-
you guys would,
that'd be
if
a
you guys
great
would
idea.
like that, I would drop that right now.
Oh wow!
If that would be of
Yeah.
interest, I'm like, maybe that would be fun. It'd be fun because I actually thought when we got a hoodie, I said, regardless of this show, I want this hoodie
Yeah.
because I mean everybody has had days where they're like,
Don't talk.
don't talk to me.
Okay, let's use this as the last question. It says, how did you guys pick the songs
Yeah.
you chose for the set list?
Yeah.
For this?
So the conversation about songs was a mix of things. The show was very cool about, hey, what do you want to sing? What do you feel strongly about singing?
Yeah.
And the list was massive. And what it came down to ultimately was the combination of the 3 elements of, what is different from something you've done, what will really throw people, take people on a like, wait, I thought this was this band, and then they get kind of redirected or misdirected. And then ultimately songs that we felt we could really do well. Because a lot of times you have songs you like, and in some cases you think, oh, this is great, I love this song. And you get up to do it, and you're like, I like listening, but we're not able to execute that great. And
Yeah.
that's actually the secret. I'll just side note with covers. Oftentimes artists get excited about a song and pick songs that are not great for them. And it's knowing how to say, I know
love
we can
this
do
song.
this
Yeah,
song
yeah.
well, even if it's,
Yeah.
and so we tried to pick songs that also cater to harmonies, that,
Yeah.
that were
And
like,
in cases where they didn't have a whole lot of harmony, we made it up and put harmony in there.
That's
Even more.
that's just
Because-
our
I
arrangement.
mean, well, because like for example, there's a lot more harmony on our version of 24 Karat Magic. Although there is harmony, but ours is a little more dense. There,
Yeah.
the way that we did Wonder was definitely more harmony heavy.
Shallows 3-part.
Exactly, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Okay, so just final thing, Miguel, Marina, everybody on the Masked Singer. We had a great time. Thank you guys very much. Cheers to Lindsay and Cookie and all those producers and everybody that made the show possible. It was a lot of fun. We enjoyed it a lot.
yeah, thanks to the team for having us. Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
And for everybody that's not already in the know, come see us play some shows this summer. Either see it online or come get one of the very few tickets left for in person here in Tulsa at Kane's Ballroom. You guys can come visit us.
There are a few other random shows. I think there's a show in Virginia and some things like that.
Some
later
things
on
are
in the
starting to
year.
come back to normal, so
So-
we're going to be out and about. But
Check out Hanson.net for the calendar.
and new music out today. Anna Lee is a brand new single video, and you can start pre-ordering the record on Hanson.net.
Yeah.
If you want to get that LP at the end of the year when it's all said and done, you'll be
Or the
ones-
CD.
The CD.
Still
So
like CD.
you guys are awesome. Thanks for all the love, and we glad you guys hung out with us.
Okay. See you
And
guys soon.
Cheers to you.
Okay.
Masked
Now where's
Dolls
the off
out.
button?